Okay, so you ended up not doing AWOL, and you got with you did the.
Yeah, I was the first one out of there.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I'm a cancer, so the threat had been made too. Like, you know, ain't nobody gonna be able to make it without us, and you know, and woody whoop, all that shit was compounded on me. I was like, fuck you, I'm out. You know, I'm gonna go do my thing. You know, I'm related to motherfuckers. You know, I got family. I'm the nigga where I'm from. Yeah, I believed by then. My confidence factor was through the roof. You feel me? I still had my great relationship with Sibo and Marvelous and everybody else. But niggas knew, like, ain't nobody gonna hang no motherfucking strings over my head. I'm no puppet.
Okay. So you started putting together the realism of reality. Started writing that.
Something that was always in me. That was a way of living for me. That was, you know, that me and everybody, you know, realism reality is not a. It was eventually it became an album, but that was a way of living. We always, you know, nigga ask your question, he'd be like, man, you got to realize the realism of reality. You feel me? It was just something that I came up with that my family and friends ran with. So, of course, I had to pay homage to it later on in that album, you know.
That's what's up.
I started Realism Records.
Okay.
When I walked off from goddamn AWOL, I needed something to believe in my damn self. So, you know, I tattooed Realism Records on my shit.
That's sick.
You know, realism with the scale.
Yep.
And it had the microphone and the money, and it had the cocaine and the drugs and shit on the other side, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So all these is just shit that I had developed in my head. My uncle came along as finance. He was a baller in the streets, you feel me? Shit cost money, you feel me? So I needed something to get the engine going, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But all these was, you know, my development in the mind.
That's what's up, man. Okay. And you took that album cover pic out in Oakland.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was looking for some rural shit that just really enveloped that ghetto struggle of trying to get out of something, you know, and believing though. Mm-hmm. Not looking like, you know, I'm stuck, but, you know, believing, nigga, I got the shit to get up out of this, you know. Mm-hmm. And I walked by that place crazy as I was fucking speaking to you last week. Mm-hmm. About Oakland Coliseum. I'm speaking to you. You had texted me or something, and I went to call you back because I had been down there for some time, and you knew that I was coming down. So I'm like, damn, I've been down for a minute. I ain't got in yet. I don't want him to think of bullshit. Let me call. But I look at my phone, and I happen to get a text from you, right? So I'm returning the call, and you asked me about the building. I'm fucking driving by the building. So as I'm texting, I'm like, the fucking building's there no more.
Oh, it isn't?
Nah, they tore it down and paved over it and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was just ironic that as we were speaking, I was fucking driving by it.
That is funny. Damn, okay. So that was on CD and cassette tape?
Yes. Yeah.
How many CDs and how many tapes were pressed? Do you remember?
Which one? For Realism?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, Realism was done by me. Well, let me tell you, because I'm leaving out some shit. Realism, a reality, is before I actually took on the task of, you know, co-CEO on the album. I started putting together some shit, and I went to my uncle. Same uncle passed away last night. I got some street money from him. You feel me? And I finished up Realism, a reality with that, which was my tool to actually market around to executive producers to actually try to get me a deal. So I started getting interest, and Tony Wells, rest in peace, which formerly was crazy because Tony, you know, it was origin of the Crips too, but Tony was a lot, you know, he had got ahead in the streets a little bit. He was a lot smarter, and he had recognized the importance of not letting the gang situation get in front of his relationships and people he knew since 8th, 9th grade when he's hustling. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some of the Bloods could go fuck with Tone, some of the Crips could go fuck with Tone, you know what I'm saying? But Tony, when I fell off the situation where when I found myself in a situation where I ain't never fell off, nigga. But when I found myself in a situation where, damn, I'm without a label, I just was flying around on the Google. You know, I'm in my driveway tripping, and Tone was like my neighbor, a couple of houses down. And he came over there bullshitting, playing with me, man. What's up? What's wrong with you, shitty? I'm like, man, I don't fucking feel like playing right now, you know what I'm saying? Some shit that went bad, you know what I'm saying? He like, you still out there in Seattle? It's like they're not knowing that every little question you ask me is reminding me of some shit that I'm trying to get behind. So, you know, I spill it out, man. This shit serious, man. Quit fucking playing with me. And I was a little nigga, but I talk big shit to the old niggas.
Yeah.
The fuck off me playing woo. They laughing because they like this little nigga talking shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he like, man, you want to put that shit out? You know, I'll put your shit out. I swear to God, the next day, there was a Cal Expo had a show out here where they did a bunch of shit with computers and new shit, techie that was coming out for the year.
Yeah.
It was the year the MPC came out in development for the first year. It was only known 5 people to have them around the world. You know what I'm saying? And he caught one. He spent $130,000 in a couple days. You feel me? So you think I didn't believe that he believed in me? You know what I'm saying? At that point, and I had accumulated. Like I used to go at that point, and I used to frequent. This is where I used to run into Master P, Be Legit, and all. And me and Master P was real good friends back then. But at Funky Fat Graphics, and I had been there. I had a friend there, you know, I still socialize with him sometimes these days. His name is Khan.
Yep.
You know Khan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Khan did that album cover for me for Catch 22.
Okay, he did the Catch 22?
Yeah, he did. Khan did that album cover. But,
who did the realism cover?
I did.
Oh, you did that one?
I did.
Okay, that's what you're
Off some
about.
accidental shit.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. People think, well, I did that cover, dog.
Dang.
And you know what's so fucked up?
Huh.
The shot, you see how it looked burnt orange?
Yeah.
That was a fucked up development.
Look cool, though.
We ran with it.
It worked
We
out.
ran with it. I mean, all the pictures that they give you,
Yeah.
I liked it, that burnt orange look. You know what I'm saying? Looked like the building had burnt down. Looked like I was in hell down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ran with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like I said, the unprofessional, the ego of unprofessionalism and not having nobody get in your way and tell you what you can't do. I was allowed to take that fucking picture and do what the fuck I wanted to do. I took that motherfucker to Funky Fat Graphics and told them press it there, whatever. It came out, you know.
Yeah.
But so I had this experience of going to get my own posters and stickers and CDs and one sheets and all that shit from being in the Bay Area. I had John and Brian. They were also getting down with the graphic work or whatever. I went to elementary school with them. So, you know, I frequented these places that a lot of other rappers was frequenting and getting this done. So I knew that. I knew how to get some artwork done and some promo. So going into this next album, which I didn't have a budget for, didn't have a label, no none of that. I just wanted to do it, and I figured everybody expected me to do it since I had made a little noise with realism. So I had went and took the pictures and shit, and already I ran up a fucking $8,000 bill at Funky Fat Graphics and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I find myself without a label. This was when Tone picked up. He came down, took care of all my situations and shit, and helped me out, you know what I'm saying? So me and Tone, we was on our way. And, you know, Tone wouldn't have got, you know, unalived, as they say now. Ain't no imagine where I would be, because it's not so much of, in which this is what the industry has turned into. The person that has the amount of money can be who they want to be. And that, you know, you don't have to be too talented today. Spend the money. You'll be in the right place. You feel me?
Yeah.
But Tone had the money to, and he wasn't all fucking super rich, but he had enough money to, if I came up with one of my ideas and said I needed this support, he did that for me, you know, and we made things happen like that. He just was, you know, cut short, and we weren't able to, you know, get to where we needed to be with what we had talked so much about it on our own, you know. Thus, I had another party step in, a friend of mine's relative, which was very helpful financially, but like I said, living in the streets, he did some things that ended himself up in jail. So what's that up and down? Up and down skill. You about to do some shit happened. You about to do some shit.
Okay. So you think about 300 to 500 realism tapes were pressed?
No, hell no.
500.
My uncle pressed thousands, and our first press was 10,000.
Realism Reality?
Yeah.
10,000 copies?
Yeah, we pressed
For
10,000.
the CDs and the tapes?
CDs, tapes, and single.
And there was a
Yeah,
single.
yeah, it was a single. All I've been through and World on My Shoulders.
And I can't even find that thing, man.
And listen, just like you do, people send them to me all the time. I ask them for them.
Yeah.
Okay, man, can you think we could talk? You know, I could get one of those. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, you know, and which something I had to understand. You know, there's a real gap. Period, you know, time period in between then and now. The fan then was more collective of story. Just think, back then we rode around with our fucking tapes and CDs in a box in our car.
Mm-hmm.
It was the thing to have some shit like this and open it up and you got hella tapes, hella CDs, tape CD case, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got this shit all on their phone or whatever, not they don't have the understanding of collectivizing material things for novelty, you know what I'm saying? And even myself, back then living fast, thinking shit was gonna last forever, you know what I mean? Pieces that I'm looking for of my own, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, we was in the streets. But unlike a lot of artists unsigned at that time, I was moving around. You gotta understand, I had Layla Steinberg, which was Tupac manager, Mac Mall manager, Ray Love manager. Layla gave me all the game in the world. Layla never charged me $1. But she full-fledged played manager for me, you know, for a period of 3 to 5 years or whatever, whatnot. And whenever else she wasn't around and it was a phone call, she could put me in position, she would. And you gotta understand, you know, like when New Jersey Drive was being made, the soundtrack that Pac and them was on, I was in the car with Mac Mall and them when that song was late being submitted and Tupac was blasting on Kyrie. Shout out Kyrie, you know, I'm just keeping it 100. But yeah, I was in that car, you know what I'm saying? And me, Ray Love, and Mac Mall, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, I had developed these relationships with the who's who now back then, you know what I'm saying? So my confidence factor was up and I was traveling with these dudes. You know, Master P took me and Sebo on the Ice Cream Man tour.
Oh, shit.
You know, me, Totally Insane, RBL, Seagram, Master P, you know what I'm saying? Shit, we went everywhere. It's independent, man. We buying tickets and going to buy 15 more tickets for us, fly free, so we bringing 30 niggas, man. We flying. But we independent, we ain't got no deals. You know, what I learned about this shit in Northern California, a lot of work and shit has went unseen because this is not the corporate side of what goes on. You know, in LA, you walk up in the office, walk up in Capitol, walk up in one of them buildings. We really didn't have the liberty to do that in Northern California, especially towards Sacramento. When it comes to Sacramento, shit, I don't know too many Sacramento artists who even had a road manager. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know what I'm saying? It's why, like, you know, you got my brother Nooch out there doing all that hard work for y'all niggas and y'all don't want to respect it. Y'all better get Nooch's motherfucking props, my nigga. For real.
My nigga Nooch, drugs, bam, and eat brew. That nigga that bone all dogs from the view. I poured a 40 to the few that failed show. And hope my nigga stuck in the shit, keep the heart.
He the reason why you niggas been eating for years, doing these shows and collectivizing all you hard heads and putting y'all in one spot. You know what I'm saying? That shit is to be respected. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Nooch.